It might sound like a very small thing, but at times small things actually gives you a great indication as to how big things are operating. Statement made by the advisor on finance, Dr. Hafeez-Sheikh, who's the dean of economic management in Pakistan, regarding the tomato prices in Pakistan may look like a pretty ordinary thing. The advisor said the tomatoes are selling 17 rupees a kg in the market. The actual price of tomatoes ranges from 280 rupees to 320 rupees in the market. But somehow Mr. Hafeez-Sheikh was in a particularly jolly mood when he said this. Let's hear what he had to say.
कराची में सब्जी मंडी में 17 रुपए किलो टमाटर मिल रहे हैं.
Now note two things. Generally when people who make such statements, whose job it is to keep data on the fingertips, when they stand corrected, they ought to express a certain level of embarrassment. But the thing about Hafeez-Sheikh's statement is that he was absolutely straight-faced and looking into the camera kind of a mood when he said that tomatoes were selling at 70 rupees a kilo, and had absolutely, he did not even blink while saying this. That tells you the confidence with which lies and fiction can be spoken in Pakistan at the highest level. The other thing is that when he was pointed out by the reporters surrounding him that they themselves have purchased tomatoes at a price much higher than what Mr. Hafeez-Sheikh was suggesting, like 300 rupees a kg, there was absolutely no sense of remorse or regret or even embarrassment. He basically just looked at them and then he moved on.
सब्जी मंडी में 17 रुपए किलो टमाटर मिल रहे हैं.
कौन सी सब्जी मंडी में सर?
आप जाएं जाके चेक करें.
कौन सी सब्जी मंडी में? इस्लामाबाद की?
फिर वो ये
आपने हेडलाइन एड्रेस भी बता दें.
के ऊपर चल रही है.
टीवी में तो 240 चल रहा है, 240 चल रहा है. टीवी में तो जा रहा है 240 चल रहा है.
नहीं,
मैंने आज 300 रुपए में खरीदा है.
मैं तो ये कह रहा हूँ कि काफी चीजों की कीमतें जो हैं उनको कंट्रोल करना चाहिए. कई चीजें जो एग्रीकल्चर की होती हैं उनमें सीजनलिटी होती थोड़ा.
That tells you the other trait that this government has acquired, that when your lies get caught out, you basically keep the face straight and move on, because obviously nation is not going to remember what you said yesterday. We recall, for instance, that there was a big hue and cry and a big sense of expectation surrounding the $10 billion amount that Pakistan was losing every year. And much of the economic planning was based on those mythical $10 billion that Pakistan was supposedly losing. And we discovered, according to the statement made by the FBR chairman, that no such amount exists. The money that was going out of Pakistan is not even a fraction of what was suggested, and even that money is moving through legal channels most of the time. The other figure that you remember, that most of the loans that previous governments had were gobbled up by their decisions and their relatives, and Pakistan is under debt because these people were eating up all the money. Mr. Imran Khan, the Prime Minister of Pakistan, made a commission on it, and recent reports on the initial findings of the commission suggest what was known to everybody, that the money coming out of the coffers of the lenders and landing into Pakistani treasury was moving through the normal channels called the account number 1 of the State Bank of Pakistan. So basically no loan was gobbled up by anybody. The same kind of attitude prevails even today. You could say anything and get away with it, whether it is the prices of tomatoes, as ridiculous as Hafeez-Sheikh made them sound, or it is the $10 billion figure that Pakistanis were given to believe was being hemorrhaged out of Pakistan and would be recuperated and recovered when the government came to power. This band between the 17 rupees kilo sale of tomatoes to the $10 billion hemorrhage that the country was facing is all a fiction. But this country runs on fiction, this runs on lies, this runs on contrived data without anybody feeling any sense of embarrassment.